Welcome to Wheel of Whiskey. I'm Chris,
I'm Chad.
and today we're jumping into another Irish.
Back to Ireland.
So we've talked a little bit about the philosophy of the show here. We have all our collection on a wheel. Chad spins the wheel, and we review what it comes out with.
By the way, that spinny wheel that y'all see at the end of the intro, that's the actual spinning that it shows up on, so it kicks it out.
Yes. So today it landed on a green spot finished Irish. Are all green spots finished, or
No, not all green spots are finished. So, to my knowledge, there are 3 that I know of. You have the regular green spot, you have the green spot Leo Barton, and then you have this one, which is the green spot CHateau Montelena, which is finished in a white Zinfandel wine cask from California, actually.
yeah? And so that's French oak cask.
I love a good French oak.
So
About the only good thing the French have ever done. Give us good oak for good whiskey.
well, and good cheeses probably.
Eh.
So we have this should be interesting. I'm curious to see because my main experience with French oak is through Maker's Mark. You know, Maker's Mark does a lot of French oak finishes. You know, the 46 is French oak staves, and so I like a lot of the character that gives to Maker's Mark. So I'm curious to see how it interacts with the Irish here.
So I've had a lot of French oak finished ones. There's like a rye that's finished in Limousin oak, which is Limousin area of France. There's a distillery here in Houston called the Shire that they did one. Their Percheron finished with French oak.
Okay,
staves.
yeah, that's right. I have had that.
For me, the French oak always kind of gives it this real doughy, bready kind of finish that I like in a lot of ways that I just can't really explain without having it in front of me. But I'm definitely a fan of the French oak. The Zinfandel Irish, I mean, come on, this has got to be great, right?
I do like Green Spot. I like the whole Spot series of Irish whiskeys. So they used to just be 4, I think: blue, green, yellow, red.
So
gold and red.
Started with the 3. Started green, yellow, and red Spot,
Okay.
and then they came out. I want to say it was blue Spot next, and then they had the different finishes for the green Spot. And then they came out with a gold spot. Gold spot is phenomenal.
Okay.
And I think they've added another spot recently, but I can't remember which. I think it has to do something with the red or yellow. They did something different there. But
I feel like I remember reading somewhere they got its name because they would mark the barrels with like a paint daub.
Yes.
And that's how they got the spot. That the barrels had a green spot on them, like literally. So
that is
interesting backstory there.
Well, they came here to watch us drink, so let's drink.
Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
Yeah, that smells very good.
It's got that classic Irish flair to it. Like you can for me, I can just smell the pot stillness in it. I'm making words up, but
I'm getting a lot of vanilla, and there's like this really dense, like bread, like a sweet bread, almost like a rum cake type thing.
I think that's gonna be that French oak.
Yeah, it's
when you say vanilla, though, I'm gonna say like the Mexican vanilla. Like we always, whenever I'd go to Mexico, my mom would always say, "Bring back some vanilla." And when I was younger, I didn't really know the difference between it, but that's like real good,
not the artificial or the
here. And that's I agree with that one. It's like real Mexican kind of vanilla.
I'm getting
that homemade vanilla that people sometimes make.
Yeah. I'm getting like almost like a raisin note too, like a very raisin's too sweet. It's not that sweet. It's like a dense, dark, like a dark fruit jam, like a plum jam almost. I think that's coming from the wine influence, I would guess. Although it could be
probably
purely from the Irish. It's very
ooh, got some legs on her. What's the ABV on here?
I think 40.
46. Wow.
Yeah, 92.
That's some legs for 46. All right, dive in.
This smells really good.
I'm
excited.
Oh, wow. wow. Tell me that doesn't roll off your tongue just like a Werther's Original, kind of like that high caramelly candy kind of thing.
There's a lot of spice in there that I didn't really pick up on the nose. Like some really nice, just spiciness, like a baking spice, like not quite cinnamon, but cinnamon adjacent. That really like.
What would that be? Nutmeg?
A
Or am
lot
I
of
in the
times,
wrong spice
a lot of
family?
times I'll call it clove. A lot of times, like, to me, clove is like a little bit less spicy, a little more earthy than cinnamon.
It smells oily too, like that buttery. But like we said on the previous one, the red breast is that uh, shortbread cookie kind of buttery
I'm
smoothness.
getting a lot of it is very buttery. I'm getting a lot of that same like vanilla uh, and spice, and there's some just really nice. I mean, I'm really feeling in the late palate that wine finishing, kind of a grape, like oak, but
Yeah.
not like it's really it grows as the palate moves from late palate into the finish is where I'm really picking
So
that up.
this is one of those NAS bottles. This is a no age statement.
Yeah.
However, it has been reported widely that the base blend of the Green Spot is between 7 and 10 years.
Okay.
Now it's an additional year in the Zinfandel case.
Okay, a full year in the finish.
Full year in the Zinfandel. So there are some people that say that's not enough time to pick up the Zinfandel because that Zinfandel wine is very light and easily overpowered. But as we said in the previous video, it's funny that the Irish do it because the Irish is one of the more friendly, approachable type whiskey. So it's one of the less harsh ones out there. It probably pairs well with the Zinfandel. But there are some people say the Zinfandel influence doesn't really come through in this, but it peeks its head through every now and then.
Yeah, it's not a dominant flavor. It's not one of those where like the finish, like an Amburana, where the finish is like just really takes over the palate.
Oh yeah, that Amburana has been,
and then this
taking over the scene lately.
I'm catching like a lot more fruitiness, like a red fruit that's coming through on the nose now after a couple of sips.
Okay, so we all know that I drink faster than you. My glass is empty. Smell mine. And tell me if you're not kind of getting that over fruit finish there. For me, it was when it was done.
Ooh. Man, yeah, it's like a fruit cake that I'm catching, and like a bright sugar. Now, this is really evolving over the pour. It's like it's definitely moving through it. So let's see. It's like
I just feel like I'm getting more fruit on the empty glass.
Yeah.
Than I was with it in the glass.
I'm almost getting like that sugar crumble that you put on top of like a muffin.
Ooh, yeah, like what do they call it? Streusel? Strudel?
But whenever you have like a big muffin, they put the sugar like that. It's almost like a brown
like
sugar
those giant Costco muffins.
Yeah. It's like that crystallized sugar. I can almost like feel it in my teeth.
Make you feel better because you say I'm just having a muffin for breakfast.
Oh, exactly. It's just a cupcake. My kids call it cupcakes. And I'm
it might as well be.
It just doesn't have icing on it. No, this is excellent. I really enjoy this pour a lot. I think that it's really well balanced. I think that the finishing provides depth without being overpowering. I've always felt like the Spots were a great whiskey, and this falls right in line with my experience with them.
The Spots are some of the greatest. Like, there's a couple that I'm really looking forward to coming up. Of all the Spots, I got to tell you, I think Gold Spot is going to be my favorite. Based strictly off taste wise and things like that. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember trying it. It was very, very, very good. Regular Green Spot though was one of those pours that transports you back to a memory. So every now and then we get a whiskey that just immediately latches to a memory in your mind, and for me, it was very strong, like kind of coconutty beach kind of vibes.
Wow. Okay.
but it's one of those that just takes you back there. I've probably the biggest one I've ever had was, I want to say it was Texas TX Barrel Proof.
Okay.
Barrel Proof, barrel strength. Well, barrel proof, but they're straight bourbon. And it was like an immediate callback to the old feed mill when I was a kid, picking up feed from my show steers, being there with my dad, and just that dusty corn smell in the back. That was, oh, it was.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I love about whiskey, is how every so often it's able just to transport you straight back to a memory. Because as I said, I'm a science teacher, and what I love about whiskey is it's grain, water, and time, and you're just allowed to go wherever it goes. And what your brain does when you smell all that is it's trying desperately to latch it to something that you know.
Right.
And because you're getting it's what they call phenols, the uh, gases or something coming off that you're actually smelling.
Yeah.
And your mind does this trick where it tries to connect it to anything that you can. That's why people start picking up these different flavor profiles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we say that, are there red stone fruits in here? Absolutely not. There's not.
Right.
But we're smelling that, and our brain's like, hey, that's like this, so let's go over to this this thing.
And I think that's why when you are getting into tasting whiskey and trying to, critically approach a spirit, there are no wrong tasting notes, because what we taste is really a guideline. Everyone's going to have a different palate, a different memory bank that their nose and their taste buds are pulling from. And so, whenever I'm trying to show someone or introduce someone to the concept of, like, let's try some whiskey and break it down, there's never a wrong note, right?
I'm glad you bring that up, because I'm gonna jump up on a soapbox real quick and talk about something that pisses me off in the whiskey community. There's a lot of people out there that think there is only one certain way to enjoy whiskey, and there is only one certain whiskey you can enjoy. And you got these people walking around calling people, oh, you're just tater hunters and this, that, and the other. You know what? Screw all y'all. Screw all y'all. Whiskey is meant to be enjoyed with the people that you like to be around.
Yeah.
There is no wrong way to drink it. In fact, there's a group that I'm very big supporter of. In fact, this is where I get a lot of my stuff. But shout out to them, Crowded Barrel Whiskey Tribe. You guys know them. Number one rule in that community, gonna be the number one rule in my house as well. The best whiskey you like is the whiskey that you like, the way you like to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? In my house, if you're gonna drink whiskey, I'm gonna give it to you. You drink it however you want. You want to put some water in there? Put some water in there. You want to put some Coke in there? Put some Coke in there. I don't care. Whiskey is meant to be enjoyed. That's how Chris and I become great friends. I mean, you can see all these bottles behind us. We kind of get into this thing, and I'll tell you, this shelf looks like someone who has a problem. You know what my problem is? I don't have friends come over often enough to help me drink it. When I don't have friends over, I very rarely drink.
Yeah.
I mean, but anybody will tell you, and he'll attest to this. Very few people leave my house without a slight lean in their step.
You definitely. That's why whenever I come over, I do the pours, because you can.
I'm a little heavy-handed.
Heavy hand. So I think even this is growing into like a maple syrup, like a breakfast bread, maple syrup, French toast. I think
was it? I think it was HEB makes those like breakfast loaves. There's like French toast flavored bread already, like before you even do it, and it's kind of those little syrup ribbons in there. I get that. I see where you're going with that.
This is really good. I'm really enjoying how this is evolving. So for me, I would give this probably. Man, this is like a great sipper too. Like, it's not harsh when it's hot in Texas and you want to drink something that's not going to blow you away. I mean, for me today, I would almost give this like a 9 out of 10.
I have never seen you go into 9er territory on a bottle before.
That Larceny Barrel Proof, I did it, and the Advent Calendar, I give it 9.5. This is very good. I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Ooh. You know what that means? If you're giving it a 9, we all know that I'm a lush. I'm gonna rate it high as well. I gotta go like 9.1, 9.2.
Okay.
So, you know what that means?
It means that we have a new
goat. Redbreast 12 has been knocked off, and again, it's an Irish whiskey.
Replacing an Irish, so I can't knock it.
But no, it's a great pour, y'all. If you can get your hands on it, go for it. suggested price in the U.S. right now is between $100 and $110, depending on where you're at. Obviously, if you're in some states that have higher luxury, is it luxury tax or higher taxes, you're going to pay a little bit more for it. Here in Texas, we're probably about 105, 108, somewhere in that range. But yeah, if you can get your hands on it, grab you a bottle. It's a phenomenal pour. So,
all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Keep it up, the support. We love your support. Thank you for all y'all done for us, and we hope we can keep you entertained.
Like the video,
subscribe,
leave a comment for the algorithm. Thank you guys.
We will respond to every comment. Love y'all.